Hello, and today we're going to be talking about brilliant inventions. There are four major inventions that we're going to be looking at that really helped America grow and become very successful. Before we get to those four inventions and their inventors or entrepreneurs, but let's define inventor. An inventor is the first person to think of or make something. And an entrepreneur is someone who organizes resources to bring new or better products or services to the market, hoping to make a profit. So really the difference is that the inventor is the smart person. They're the one that thinks of something that is new, that doesn't exist. Whereas an entrepreneur takes those new items, those new ideas, and he's also very smart and brings it to the market so that they can make more money. They find a very practical use for it, or they improve upon it in some way that makes it useful or affordable to people so that they can buy it. So these people can make money. Okay, so let's get to our inventions. We got Eli Whitney's cotton gin, and this was very important because you had cotton being made in the South, and the cotton has seeds in it, and you can't use the cotton when it has seeds in it, so somebody had to take it by hand and pull the seeds out. Well, now with the cotton gin, it would pull the seeds out automatically and be able to make a ton of clean cotton without the seeds very, very quickly, which means you need more land to make more cotton because you can now process it faster, which means you're going to need more slaves to farm that land. So slavery was really starting to go on the by the wayside until the cotton gin. So that had an unfortunate side effect that now slavery was going to be more important. More people were going to rely on it even more now, and that will lead us into our chapter 8 story. But cotton gin was made by Eli Whitney and helped with cleaning out cotton. Our second invention is the reaper. As you can see right here, it goes behind a horse or horses, and they pull it through some wheat, and it cuts it for them. Normally, you would have to take a scythe or something, and I'm not a farmer, but you would have to cut it by hand, and it would take a long time. Where now you just take the horse and you kind of drive it through, and you just keep going back and forth, and in no time, all the grain is cut down. So uh, the inventors there are Anderson and McCormick, and Anderson is actually McCormick's slave. So he, uh, this is a very strange relationship where you have a slave helping invent something, but it's really not as strange as you may think. We're very conditioned to think that slavery, relationships and slavery were all horrible, evil things, and even though it's immoral, still there were examples of great relationships between slaves and their owners, um, where you know, they were actually friends. This is one of those exceptions there. Joe Anderson and McCormick were very good friends. In fact, you can see it right here. The descendants of Cyrus McCormick give great praise to Joe Anderson, and he said he was a farm laborer and a friend, and he tested things hour after hour and really helped Cyrus McCormick um, get the Reaper going. So that's why I remember Anderson and McCormick, because they were both equally important in getting this thing going. So yeah, just one of those strange things, but it's true. It does happen. So um, our next invention is the steamboat. Robert Fulton is the one that he's an entrepreneur. He took um, existing ideas and improved the steamboat so that it would make it very, very efficient and affordable. And he was able to make a lot of money off of his steamboats. Now think about, going, we have all these rivers going here. Remember Lewis and Clark? It took them a long time because they had to drag their boats, as you can see right here. They had to drag their boats upriver because, you know, there's nothing to power it, so they have to drag the boat. So to go all this distance dragging a boat is tedious. And we want to go up and down these rivers as quickly as possible. Well, what makes that possible? A steamboat. A steamboat can go upriver much better than trying to drag a boat and carry more things on it. And so it was a great invention. It really, really opened up the United States because of all these rivers that go through the country. These are basically highways here. Come down them, and then you take a steamboat up, and the steamboats would be very, very valuable to the United States. But what about all the areas that do not have rivers? Let's, take a look at this area out here. There's no major river going out into this area. Well, then you need a steam locomotive. And Peter Cooper was the one that built new powerful steam locomotives, another entrepreneur that led the fight for more and more railroads. And if you take a map and take a look at the railroads that were built during this time period, they do just go all over the place. And wherever there's a railroad, um, there'd be a lot of success, a lot of business. And you can see that these states here are kind of like these flat boxes here, the way they go. That's because of the railroads. The railroads would go through them and basically shape these states the way that they are because of the rail line that went through them. So very important inventions here. Four people, just to recap, the people that you really need to know: Eli Whitney, cotton gin; Anderson McCormick, reaper; Robert Fulton, steamboat; and Peter Cooper, steam locomotive. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.